How you doing, and welcome to my channel, I'm Evil Doomer. Somebody asked if I could show them how I do my OBS 3.1.1 for streaming on Twitch. I'll tell you what, I've played around with a lot of programs. OBS is probably the best program I've ever seen and used. I don't just use it for OBS stuff. I use it for everything that I do now. And the reason why is because with a button, I could switch screens, I can change stuff, I could change microphones, I can play games, I could bring in, I have 3 monitors, I can bring in any monitor, whatever's on the monitor. If I got my 5 accounts running in Eve, I can switch by just clicking a button and switch to each one of those screens and be using it at the same time. It is phenomenal. The software is so flexible, and I've only been using it for a really short time, about a month, and I don't know diddly squat. But it's really easy. It's just that I haven't used all of it yet. I can't. It's got so much. It's so awesome. And it's easy to work with. And in this video, it's a training video for OBS. I'm not getting paid for this or nothing like that, but I like to share it because I was asked to show you how I use it for what I do. And I use 3 monitors, so this is pretty cool stuff. So let me get something for my drink here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, this screen that you see right now, as you can see at the, I don't know if you can, I'm pretty sure you can see at the top, is OBS 3.2.1.1. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move my photo down. I'm going to create a new profile, and I'm going to name it Setup OBS. Hit OK. I'm going to optimize it for streaming and recording as a secondary. I could optimize for recording and will not stream, and only as a virtual camera, which is an awesome feature. The virtual camera, I'll show you that. But I'm going to do it for streaming and recording. So we're going to hit next. That's my current screen. So it's the size of my monitor. Either 30 or preferred. Okay, so I'm just going to hit next. The service is Twitch. I'm going to just leave. It wants me to connect it. All right, I'm logged into Twitch. Prefer hardware encoding is okay. Everything, I don't need to do this. I'm just going to do this. Stuff. So when you're starting out, you want to have a scene. So I'm going to create a brand new scene because I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say start up scene. Hit OK. And that's all it does. Then you click on it, and then you go to sources. And in sources is where you do the defining of what's going to be on the screen. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add my video. So these are the things that you can add in, okay? And I'm not going to go through every one of them, but I'm going to go through the ones that are important for Eve Online. So I want to put my handsome face on the screen. So that is a video capture. So let's grab the video capture, and I'm just going to name it Evil's Camera. The name is irrelevant. You actually don't even have to do that. So now you see we're getting this here. So let's see if I'm on the right one. I got 2 cameras hooked up. So this is the correct camera that I'm going to use. It's the default device, so I'm going to hit OK. So now hit OK. Now it's working. Okay, so we have two cameras. I'm gonna put my hand over the right camera. You see which my picture goes away? And now when I go to my left camera, it does me. So I have two cameras and it's a little distracting. But okay. So now I have my camera, and if you look over to the right, you'll see it says Evil's camera. So if I take and press on the eye, I could turn the camera off. I could turn it on. And there's a lock there. You see these red lines around my camera? So now I want these smaller. I want to move my camera smaller. I can put it anywhere I want on the screen, but we're going to put it in the top corner here. This box right here in this area is what you're going to see on the stream. Or, oh no, it goes all the way to this corner. It's hard to see for me because I have these bright lights in my face. So so if I make this full screen, that's full screen, that entirely is going to fill your monitor. And you won't see this. You'll see this on the software side, but not when you're doing the recording. This side and this side is, nobody will see that. So you move yourself to the corner, and then now I go back over to sources and I want to add something. I want to add Evil Doomer on. So Evil Doomer, there's different ways to do it. Well, let's do one thing at a time. So I got this camera picture on the screen. But what I don't have is if you look down here where it says audio mixer, there's nothing there because I have not defined it. Even though the camera has audio, I don't want to use that audio. So we're going to go to audio input capture, click on it. I don't have to name this. So I'm going to name it next I go audio. And I'll explain why I did that. So the device, you can't go default because right now my default device is a different microphone. So we're going to specify that I want to use, I'm not sure which one. So we're going to try this one because I have two cameras and they're the same. So, okay. So now if you look down here on the audio section, you can see, hello, check 1, 2, see it? If I click on this little speaker, it still bounces, but it ain't recording. So if I was recording right now, I just cut the audio off from my camera. So I can turn this on, and now you can see green. So you can see that my level of when I'm speaking, it's going into the OBS software. If I want to check what it sounds like, I can click on this. You hear a little echo going on, but you wouldn't be recording on two softwares, so you'd hear only a delay. So a little delay. It's good that if you're wearing headphones or something like that and you're testing this stuff and make sure because you want your audio level to be loud enough to where when you play it on Twitch or you're recording, you want your audio to where they have to turn it down a little bit. Me, I turn my stuff on my computer as loud as I can, and then I know that when I'm playing back, if it's not a little bit louder then I need more audio. And here's the one cool part. So anyway, I've added the microphone. So now if you look up here, you have the camera and audio. And you have locks. Well, let's do this. You have to remember that in this software, stuff is in stages. I want that picture of me, of my handsome face, I want that on top. So anything that I see how my hand covers my face, if my video was on top, it would look like my hand would be behind my head. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be covering my face. So if I lock it by turning the lock on, nothing can take my video out now. So keep that in mind. So let's do this though. Let's move the microphone down so that Evil camera is on top, and I'm going to lock it. When I lock it, I can't move it. see, if I unlock it, I could move it, resize it, do whatever I want with it. So we're going to set it right here. And then I'm going to lock it. So now that I have my pretty face on here, I want to bring, and I have audio, and I can see that I can hear it, I want to bring in Evil Doomer. So how do we do that? Easy. We go down here to the plus, and now we want to do a game capture. And the reason it's a game is because EVE Online is a game and it's a separate window. So I'm going to click on that. And always when it's new, it'll come up and ask you the name. You could change the name right here. So I'm going to just change it to EVE Doomer. And hit OK. And then this window pops up because this is the properties it wants to know. So I want to hit this down arrow. And I want to capture a specific window. And then go here and find Evil Doomer. Click on it. There he is. So now, and I want to capture his audio. So I want to do that. And if you notice down at the bottom, now there is an audio patch right here. And I could... And so, right now, because I just added Doomer, let's do this. Let's hit the OK. Now, if you look up here on sources, now Evil Doomer, because I just added it, it goes to the top. But I don't. Where's my video? It's below Evil Doomer. See it? So if I want my picture to come on top, I need to move Doomer down so that my camera's on top of Evil Doomer. You get that? So maybe I'll look at this and I'll say, wait, it's covering a lot of stuff here. I could always unlock Evil's camera, click on it, and resize it a little smaller so it'll fit up here so it don't, you know what I mean? So I'm going to lock it back and leave it there. And now Evil Doomer is good, so I want to lock him in too, so we'll hit the lock. That way Evil won't change. This won't, you can't move it and you can't do anything with it. So if I hit the button and I go actually on Eve itself, which I think this is actually Eve right here running, but I'm going to move this window, Eve's window, over to my left monitor. But see, nothing's doing over here. Now if I move my mouse to the left monitor, which you're not seeing that right now, and I move Evil, it moves in the OBS window. Anything I do now with Evil will go on. And it's as I'm doing this, because I have the two windows showing stuff, it's a little confusing to watch. Because I want to move Evil from here. So if my mouse is here, I can't do that. So as I move my mouse back to the left, watch, you'll see it come on Evil's screen. Once I click it. Once I click that monitor, now I'm there. So anything I do with Evil is here. So now when I look down here, let me move back over here. I see that I got the audio from here, and then Evil Doomer's window audio is here. I don't hear anything, but it could be that I don't have the sound turned up on the game itself. Maybe I should do that real quick. For demonstration purposes. So audio is enabled. Music levels up there. Let me turn the music up a little bit. And then return to the game. Come back over here. And let me monitor. It might be that Windows got this filtered, so I'm assuming that this is okay. So now we have my video. I have Evil Doomer. I can go ahead and do whatever I want with this. So now what you do is you go back to Scenes, and you hit Scenes. And now we have this one that I just set up, and then I have one that's already existed, which there's nothing defined on it. So if I wanted to, I will go to the right screen one, and let me rename this to just Evil Camera. So I named it Just Evil's Camera, and I got to go down here to Sources, and there's nothing here. So I need to add, and I want my pretty face. So I want to go to video capture device. But now look, there's something in here already. It says Evil's camera. I don't have to define it again. I can hit add existing, click on this, and tell it okay, and boom, there I am. Full screen. So down here now I'm gonna lock it, so I'm gonna put the lock on because when I'm talking to you, I want to be in the full screen. Because I want you to see all of my pretty face and my bald head. And if my wife walks in and gives me, you know what I mean, I want you to see that. So look down here, I can switch scenes now. So now I got 2 scenes, and I stay in the scene tab. So now if I want to say, if I'm blah, 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 and then Evil Doomer, I'd hit this one, and now we're in the Evil Doomer screen. You follow me? And then everything in Evil Doom, and we're going to undock, and we're going to go, and we're gonna do some ratting, and maybe I'll do some PI, and maybe we'll do this, and maybe we'll do that. And here it is. Stop my ship, because I don't want to get killed. And I can zoom around, I can zoom in. And then when I'm done, left click, dock. Bring my mouse back over here while it's doing that. And switch back to over here. Done. So now what we got set up is we have a camera. I have the audio from my camera that I'm talking into on OBS. And then I have Evil Doomer, and that's the game itself. Eve with Evil Doomer. Naming your stuff is important so you'll know what that scene is. Now suppose I wanted to add something else. I can do this. I can go back to sources. What else could I add? Okay. You see this area right here where it shows the station that I'm in? I could minimize this in the game and then screw up all my settings on the game, or I can do this. I could go to sources. I'm going to add in a image. So since there's none defined here, I'm going to say station. And then I could browse to find a station. So I'm going to bring up this just for the hell of it. So here's the image. I don't want you to see this no more. So I have this image that I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to cover this. This could be an image of anything. It could be a picture of my mom. It could be whatever I want it to be. So once I get it where I want it, I go back over here, and if I click the eye, it goes away. If I click it, it comes back, and I can lock it in position, and now it won't move. So even if I go and move Eve around, this is blocking what I don't want you to see. Suppose I don't want you to see my Intel channel. I can unlock this, move this down here, and then lock it. Even though this is longer, it doesn't matter, because anything that I put below it, it's not going to show up on the screen. You follow me? So what you could actually do is I could take and do a screenshot. I'm going to hit this right now. I'm going to take a picture of the station. Just a small area of the station. I'm going to save it and name it blank station. Eve. Save it. Then I'm going to go back into my sources, hit plus. I'm going to grab an image, and I'm going to just say enter. And now I'm going to browse, grab my blank station, okay it, tell it okay. So now here it is, it just blocked me. So let me move it down here. Maybe stretch it out a little bit. And then I'm going to lock it in there. Boom, all that stuff is hidden. So even if now watch when I move around in Eve, that don't move. It is solid. And I could do other stuffs with it. Because with the properties, I can do a lot of stuff. But remember this, you need to move that image down below to the bottom. If you don't want it to cover this. If you want it to cover it, this area right here is Evil Doomer. Evil Doomer. Your image has to be above that. It doesn't have to be above the camera, because if I bring it above the camera, so now we have this. So, and I have this image, I can name it something, and it's blended in kind of to make it look like it's the station, because I don't want you to see what's behind it. So now, if I wanted to change, I go back to scenes now, and I can click on Evil Camera. Hello, dudes. I can go back to here, and we're set to go. Down here is your controls. If I want to record this, I can just by hitting record. If I hit record right now, it's going to record this. So let me do that. I'm recording it. Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm recording this from the OBS software, and it's going to save it in MP4 format on my hard drive. So I'm going to talk just for a couple more seconds, and then what I'll do is I'm going to play it back on a different scene just to show you that I can do that. So let's go ahead and stop that. And when I stop it, it doesn't do anything. But here's the deal. If I go up to File, Show Recordings, it's going to be this one right here. This is it. So if I open, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. If I open this, I'm not sure if you'll see it. And welcome to my channel. I'm recording this from the OBS software, and it's going to save it in MP4 format on my hard drive. So I'm going to talk just for a couple more seconds, and then what I'll do is I'm going to play it back on a different scene just to show you that I can do that. So let's go ahead. Let me close out of that. So let me close this. I don't need this, so let me close it. So suppose I whoops, I lost my camera. It's part 2. So what I want to do is I want to set up to where I can show somebody a video. So let's do that. I don't want to change this screen because this is Evil screen, and I want to keep it this way. It's good to go. So what do? The best thing to do is you create a new scene. We have 2. Let's go down here where scenes are. Hit the plus. Show video. Enter. Now we have a scene. Now we created a scene. We need to go in sources because there's nothing to find. There's nothing to find. So I want to do an ad. The first thing I need to add is I need to add me back. So let's go back and get my handsome face. I am a video capture device. I'm defined already. So now you just hit add existing. That's the nice part. Once you define stuff, bingo, don't have to change it again. So now I have my pretty face. So I'm going to move this up here, and I'm going to lock it here. So now I need the video. So let's go back down here to the plus, and I want to add media. Now, since I've never did media before, so I'm going to tell it recorded file, or whatever you want to name it. So then it comes up to this local file, this one, open. So then it opens it. Tell it okay. There's the video. But what's wrong with this video? In Eve Online, I am Evil Doomer. Come get some. And it. So then I could actually. So now if I go to scenes, I can go here. I can go here with EVE Online, move the station, and I can go show, I want to show you a video. Now see, when I added in scenes, the recorded file, let me get rid of this one. This one we don't want above my camera. See how my camera was lost? So on this one, so we want to, we can change, and we can change the source. So if that's not the video I wanted you to see, I'll just click on this one. Okay. And it was only going to loop one time, so I mean, it's just different stuff that you can do. So, and other stuff that you can do, I can bring up a browser. This is the OBS browser, and it takes you there. Now, if I change this, and then okay it, let me turn off the recorded file. All I have to do is just hide it, see? And turn off Evil's camera. And now here's the browser. Let me move the browser. Let me turn Evil's camera back on. And then I can actually say from here to here. And this is Evil Doomer's Twitch browser. Just to show you. So if I go back to scenes, here's me. Hi. Let's play Evil Doomer on EVE Online. I hope it's okay that I'm recording this. Oh, let me show you a video. You know what I mean? I'll have to put that up. Okay. So, and then let's go back here and say, this is it. So this is basically all you do. Now, if I want to stream this, I just got to hit this. If I hit this, it'll start streaming it. Boom. I don't like doing that, because now if I open up a browser on my PC, let me do that. Yeah, I can see it playing. So if I go to show video here, people, if you show video here, let me mute this for a second, because it's going to get confusing for me. People, if you show video here, let me mute this for a second, because it's going to get confusing for me. People, if you show video here, let me mute this for a second. We're getting a catastrophe. Let me stop the streaming. So what I did is I opened up the browser. Instead of this one, let me get rid of this show video. Let me delete remove it. It doesn't delete anything. It just takes it off the program. Gone. So now I actually have a browser open. So let's add that in real quick. Not under scenes. I want to go underneath sources, scenes. Ah, shit. Let me add a new scene in. Browser. So now I want to go to sources, add. I want to have a display capture, I believe is what I want now. Or window. Let me try window. Select the window. See how when I do the drop down it shows Evil Doomer, because that's a window. And it shows Chrome EX Evil Doomer Twitch. That's what I want. So then when I tell, and I want to bring in the audio. Okay. Now see, here's my audio from that window. But there's nothing playing on that window because I stopped the stream. But if I go over to the stream, see how when I'm scrolling on this window, let's see, I'm not logged in. There's a chat room. Let's close out of this. Click on this. I'm actually playing this on my browser. See how I increased it down here? You can see that. So if I stop this video, let's get out of this video. It's weird doing this stuff that I'm showing you. But anyway, you get the picture. So now I could actually have a stream of my stream. But you got to be careful, because what you'll get is you'll get this displaying and then an echo of it and an echo of it until you're in infinity. So it can be done. So if I go back to scenes now, I have 3, me. Let's do Evil Doomer. Let's look at Twitch. You know what I mean? So I hope that this is entertaining for you. I don't want to keep you much longer. It's 11 minutes, I think, already, plus my header that starts. So I hope that this helps you out. I just started working with this, and there's so much to do. You'll have to use trial and error with this to really get to know how to do it. So now when I'm in browser here, I could actually go to sources and add in video capture, add in Evil's camera, resize it, and put it up over here, lock it down, and let that play. And say, well, in this video, I did, you know what I mean? So then if I go back to the scenes tab down at the bottom here, I could go back to Happy Me, Evil Doomer, and talking on Twitch. And my camera's on each one. The only thing you better remember, if you bring up your camera, make sure that you do this on sources, add audio input, and tell it where that input is. In this case, from my camera. And then that adds it down here in the mixer so that you know that that's in there. Because everything, see how when they're green and they're moving, that means that if I hit record now, this would be recording and you would hear all the sounds from these things instead of just me. Because I'm coming in right now off my camera. No, off this big mic I got. So I hope that this helps you out. If you have any more questions or any other thing and you want me to help you do it, let me know. I love doing this shit, and I hope that this benefits you. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. God bless you guys. See you in space. Come down and kill me if you can. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.